I what up, who that nation? This is no cap, no filter. Saints. I'm your host Marley G. Back at y'all with another one. Got my main man Brian up in here. Got Marlon up in here. We gotta talk about this team that we love, bro. The Saints, bro. We got the Panthers coming up. We're gonna have to preview that. Y'all know that's gonna be at the back end of the show. We're gonna have to get their thoughts on the last game that we just played against the Rams. But before we get into all that, we gotta get into the trades, bro. Um, the trades took the NFL by storm. I think it was a lot of interesting, juicy trades this year. But of course, the Saints, we ain't just got into none of that good juiciness. We just basically gave away Trevor Penning. We gave away Rashid Shaheed for some peanuts, bro. And a lot of people are upset in the Who That Nation for what we got. A lot of people feel like Mickey just always get the short end of the stick and getting finesse. And this is just another example of it, bro. What you feel about the trades, B? Before we get into all the games,
They were underwhelming, man. I mean, and it was self-inflicted wounds on why it was underwhelming. Mickey Loomis had several offers out there, and he kept trying to play hardball and kept trying to, like try to get more. He was overvaluing the players that he had. Like seriously, bro, you're not getting better than a fourth round pick for Alante Taylor. Like really think about that. Alante Taylor just got abused by the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Like for everybody to watch. It was the 3 o'clock game, so most of the games that take place at noon, they out the way now. We talking about the 3 o'clock games. That's damn near prime time on a Sunday, and you watch Alante Taylor get roasted and thought you was gonna get more than a fourth round pick for him. You had Pete Werner, you trying to get high value picks for. Like, are you serious? Like, you talking about Pete Werner, who has a rookie right now challenging him for snaps. And that's the problem with Mickey Loomis, man. Like, you overplaying your hand. You are not the smartest man in whatever room you walk in, irrelevant to what you think. And it's the same old with Mickey, man. You get, basically a 6 round pick for Trevor Penning when you traded, I believe, 4 picks in order to get Trevor Penning. You trade Rashid Shaheed and you get a fourth and a fifth for him, but that's essentially getting back what you gave up to get Vele, who you haven't been playing. So I don't know, man. Like when it comes to the trades, bro, I feel like the Saints should have made a minimum of 6 trades. They made 2 and sat back, and then you got Mickey Loomis spitting nonsense in people ear talking about, how the board shakes out and how they wanted to do things. No, you didn't, man. If you wanted to move them players, you could have moved them. You tried to outsmart yourself. You bet against yourself, and you lost. And that's what typically happens with Mickey Loomis.
B, if we had to make one splash trade, just you say bare minimum of six, but if we had to make one just to at least get us on a good track, what could have been that one that we could have made, and what you think we could have recouped for it?
I think you have several. I think you had several on the board you could have made. You could have traded. I'm not saying they should have, but could have. You could have traded Chase Young if you wanted to move him. His value is up right now. That would have been a splash trade because there were several teams looking for pass rushers. He would have been one of those names that are out there that could have netted you possibly a second round pick, definitely a third round pick. So that would have been day two possible, day two pick in return at least. Carl Granderson probably could have got that, got you that situation. Alvin Kamara would have probably been more of a day three pick or whatever like that, but that would have been more of the splash headline trade you were talking about. Other than that, Olave. And I know many people believe in Olave. I'm not one of them. I just can't see nobody paying 25, 30 mil for a wide receiver 3. If he can be a 2, that's still too much money for it because Chris Olave has not proven he can. Like, let's just think about it this way. In his career, as of right now, Olave has 1 2 touchdown game. One over his career. You can't pay that dude $30 million, man, for a situation to where your offensive line is battered and bruised. You have no other weapons besides him, and you got 2 quarterbacks that pretty much tells you you don't have one quarterback. What you gonna do paying Olave? You can't even get him the ball. So
Hmm.
yeah, man, those trades would have made more sense to me if they would have happened, but they didn't and they won't. And this offseason is going to be much of the same. So if anybody's looking for Mickey to make splash moves, man, you might as well kick back with your feet up and wait for nothing to happen.
Hmm. All right, same question, Marlon. What's your thoughts on the trades? And like, if we could have did something different, what you think could have been our best route?
I thought the Shaheed trade was like good value because I thought it was clear as hell he was clearly gonna leave. Um, so I thought that's like good value to get a fourth and a fifth. Got the comp pick, got the fourth round pick basically as a comp early, and then you got a fifth with it. It just sucks because you traded for Vile. That's why everybody's gonna look at that trade like, damn, you traded. a fourth and a seven for a 27-year-old wide receiver that was hurt, and then you didn't play him. So that's why people will look at it that way. Trevor Penning, probably the worst draft pick in my lifetime. I mean, you essentially traded Jalen Carter.
That shit ain't worth that shit ain't worse than Marcus Davenport. I think that set
No,
us
that
back. That
the
set us
Davenport
back.
trade, the Davenport trade is bad because of like Lamar. I get it, and I get that, but like, and it's a bad trade because they should have took Lamar Jackson. But like, you traded, you did that. At least that team was good. Like at least that team, I knew I knew going into that season. I'm like, all right, this team at minimum going to the NFC Championship. You did that pinning trade, trading future assets for a dude that played at a small school that wasn't good, and your quarterback was Jameis Winston, and your head coach was Dennis Allen. Like, no fucking team that's smart makes moves like that. So that's one of the worst draft picks ever. But
Nah, dog. What you think, B? Which one was worse, the Penn trade or the Marcus Davenport trade? That Davenport trade set us back years, and then we doubled back and did it the same thing again with Trevor Peyton Turner.
Man, that's like judging. It's like judging between a white garbage can and a black garbage can, man. They both trash cans at the end of the day. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm going with Rainey on this one, and the reason why I'm going with Rainey is because of what he said. Like the Saints went into the Davenport pick saying to themselves in the offseason, we are pass rusher away from being like a legit Super Bowl contender. We already got the squad. We need one more pass rusher. And they went and got him. Now, Marcus Davenport shouldn't have been the pick that they got. They should have went after maybe a Bradley Chubb or somebody like that at the time. It would have been a much better pick. But the idea was there. There was nothing in Trevor Penning that said go get this boy. And everybody knew they was gonna pick him. It just was a matter of when they was gonna pick him. And for them to trade as much as they did to go get him, only for them to get a 6th round pick in return to him, basically be like Davenport, you knew what he was. He was a pass rusher or whatever like that. That was what he was gonna give you. You tried Trevor Penning at left tackle, left guard, and right guard. The boy couldn't make a single fucking play. Like at some point, it's like I don't know, man. It has to be Penning. And then on
Yeah,
top of that, you got everything else on his jacket. You got the fighting with defensive players when he first got there, and Dennis Allen with the famous quote of "I'd rather say sick, I'd rather have to pull him back than to say sick him or whatever like that." So everybody thought it was gonna be hype. This boy here was absolutely nothing. Everybody thought he was gonna be Pete Part Two. He was even worse.
yeah. And then we just reach on players. We reached on Davenport. I really think that dude would have been wherever they thought he was going to land. Wherever he thought he was going to land, instead of reaching, I think he would have been there. The same
Well,
with
well,
Peyton Turner.
Lamar played a role in that too, man. Lamar was ducking Sean phone calls, so that played a role in that because
I understand it though,
yeah,
because like I said, his draft process, them already having Taysom Hill on the roster, and his draft process was the most racist draft process I ever seen with a
yes,
good player. So I understand the hesitancy, but still, you could have got all that shit ironed out, in my opinion, with like a visit. And I think he did take a visit, but
no, he
it
didn't.
was a big mess up. He took one at the end, but like it was a mess up though. But I know going back to my point in the trades, I guess like some of these other guys with the trade, like I would have traded Carl Granderson because I think like Carl Granderson, if I could have got a fourth and like if I could have got the same haul that Shaheed got with Carl Granderson, I probably would have took it because I don't think that he'll ever be better than what he was probably in the first 2 games of the season because he hasn't been good this year. He's been getting blocked by tight ends. His sacks are like he has like I think 5 sacks and he had that one taken away. But like he really ain't been. I don't really care about the sacks, but he's not even getting pressure. But it's just hasn't been good. So if I could have got like a fourth that can turn into a third or a four and a five, I would have took it. Um Alante not taking a fourth for him is crazy because now you might just lose him for nothing because if he leaves in free agency, like, and you probably gonna try to sign some people this year, this offseason. So, and he leaves in free agency. So now you don't get the pick you could have got for him. And then far as like the other question, I think the only like splash trades could have been like you said, Chase Young. I think Chase Young can get you a second. And I thought like Olave could have got you a second, but these teams they got like high prices. Like these teams, when you got first round wide receivers, these teams put high prices on them. So that's why think you only seen like guys like Jacoby Myers and Shaheed go because they were undrafted. So they not gonna have the name brand that like a first round pick got.
Mhm. And the Jets are looking lovely. If you a Jets fan, bruh, it might suck right now, but boy, oh boy, you dog, it's no way. It's no way they could. Has a team ever had this many picks and still screwed it up?
Yeah, the Jets.
On to the next topic. Yeah. What you think about the Rams game, Marlon?
I think that this is the first time the defense got a real ass whooping and a real belt for like the whole game. I've been saying I thought the defense was ass, but this is the first time they caught like a real belt. Offensively, I don't really know what to say. I guess they pushed the ball down the field when they did have the ball. The Saints go into every game with like you cut their hands off, you cut their feet off. It's like so they don't have no hands, no feet. Like they literally even with a young quarterback, whether that's Spencer, whether that's Tyler Shuck, they have zero chance to run the football. That's why I believe they'll lose every game on their schedule, no matter who they play, because they can't even help a young quarterback when it comes to running the football. So now you put in these passing situations, you don't want to be throwing with these quarterbacks the way that the Saints did, because the Saints didn't have like they didn't have the skill players. Like you were missing a receiver in your wide receiver. You were missing a receiver when you had Shaheed. Now he's not on the team, so now you missing two more receivers now. You don't have a tight end that can control the middle of the field, which is even worse because a tight end is a young quarterback's best friend. You don't have the other thing that's the best friend of a young quarterback, which is a run game, because Elvin is done. Like probably the worst running back in the league this year with the shit he put on film. He can't catch. He can't run. He can't block. I don't know what he do. Like he is nothing like positive that's on the field. At least
Fumbling the ball
look,
too.
huh? At least, like I know it's been shaky with pass catches. At least at minimum, they can spread the field out. They can make you like have to respect. Like if you put when he was on the team, you put Olave on one side, you put Shaheed on one side. You got to respect. Hey, these dudes are fast. I don't know what we have like zero. We got a disadvantage when you put a running back on the field. It's just bad.
Hmm. What's your overall thoughts on Shuck, Marlon?
I mean,
Like just criticizing, well, not criticizing, but just evaluating him through that first start.
um, it was kind of like incomplete because shit, they barely had the ball, but I don't think he played bad. It's some stuff to like look at. I don't think like any quarterback has necessarily played bad. You're just looking for the positives. I guess at this point, it's him. It's just him versus the 2026 quarterbacks potentially. But I didn't see anything that would make me like say, oh, I necessarily need a quarterback at one. I don't. It wasn't nothing to write home about though.
Hmm. All right, B. What about your thoughts on the Rams game and your overall evaluation of Tyler Shuck's first start?
If I'm not mistaken, when we did the program last week, I said the Saints was going to lose that game 37-13, and damn was I close.
Hmm.
Because I mean, it was right there. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. The Saints were going to be able to run the ball. They weren't going to be able to protect Tyler Shuck, who actually told Catherine Terrell today that he thought his jaw was broken for a second because he couldn't talk like he wanted to. Like he every time he opened his mouth, his jaw would pop or something like that. He had to get injections in his jaw because he got hit hard on that sack. So I'm like, this is the type of thing. This is the type of thing that you're doing to your rookie quarterback, which is why I have been steadfast in saying this. If you're gonna play Tyler Shuck, I get it, go for it. But why play him against the Rams? You were setting him up the field. There was no chance, absolutely no chance the Saints were going to win that game. There was no chance Tyler Shuck was going to be able to be evaluated properly because you weren't going to be able to sit back and watch it. Like, how does he make moves in the pocket? How does he handle this? I mean, all you're going to see is pressure. That's why it
Hmm.
took the Saints, if I'm not mistaken, until the late in the second quarter to even have like positive yardage. I believe their
Hmm.
first 3 to 4 drives ended in 3-and-out possessions. I'm like, this is you can't evaluate a quarterback like that. So
Hmm.
for me, I mean, the game went exactly how I thought it was. The only thing that was different is I thought the Rams would beat their ass even sooner because the Rams toyed with the Saints for a very long portion of that game. At any given moment, they could have ran that game clean, like really made it ridiculously lopsided. And they were merciful because they played with the Saints for a while. Even at the end of the half, when Tyler Shuck gets that touchdown throw, the Rams hadn't called the dogs off because it was under 2 minutes left. Like, this is not Tyler Shuck going out there executing a 2 minute drive with the game on the line and the Rams trying to fully apply pressure to him. That's not what happened. They call the dogs off. I mean, even the sun shines on the dog ass some days, and that's
Mm,
exactly what happened at the end of the half. So for me, when it comes to Tyler Shuck, so I'm answering both questions at once. When it comes to answering how do I think he looked just like Spencer Rattler looked. And that's the problem. There was changing the quarterback was never going to give the offense a spark. It was never, because you can't run, you can't block, you can't, you have limited skill position players if you have any real skill. And the defense was never going to be on the field that much because the offense can't put up points. This was bound to happen. And let's not fool yourselves. Carolina going to be much of the same. It's not going to be what the Saints want it to be. I know Rainey mentions all the time the Saints might lose every game this year. The only game they might win is they might win the games in which teams in which they can't out ass. Like, you can't out
mm,
ass the Titans. You can't out ass the Jets because the Jets have made it absolutely clear. We tanking. We here, baby. It's tank season. The Titans gonna be right behind them, and then you got the Browns. The next three, the only three, Miami Dolphins as well. So you got 4 winnable games on your schedule. And ain't it the most Saint shit ever for them to know they gotta lose and go win those games anyway?
mm,
That's the Saints. So no, I have no faith. I have no faith in Tyler Shuck. He didn't show me a damn thing. And I know they got some people out there that want to be pretend quarterback gurus. It's like, man, Shuck showed me something. What the fuck did he actually show you? That he
mm,
could take a hit? That he can throw an intercept? That he can be just as ineffective as Spencer Rattler was at quarterback? Because that's the only thing you could have saw in that game. You can't tell me, well, I mean, he did make a couple of good throws. The boy was getting his ass kicked most of the game. I mean, when you look at his stats, they're not good. And I'm not talking about, I'm a stat dude that I don't even want to watch the game and just go, no, I watched the game. That's how I knew his stats was fucking shitty. Like, I don't
mm,
understand what people are like. It's almost like they're trying to overcompensate for the fact that Spencer Rattler's no longer out there. So you're looking for any little grabs you can when it comes to Shuck. No, bro. It didn't happen that way. It's not gonna happen that way. The Saints,
mm,
that Tyler Shuck showed me nothing that Rainey mentioned a minute ago. He ain't showed me a goddamn thing that made me sit down and say, you know what? They good. They don't need a quarterback next year. In fact, what it did tell me is they don't have a quarterback on the roster. You can't use Taysom. You can't use Jake. You can't use Spencer. You can't use Tyler. You got four fucking people with quarterback designations, and you don't have one.
mm.
Fuck this team and Mickey Loomis.
AB, on the deep pass to Shaheed on the right side, a lot of people speculate that Shaheed just he gave up on the play. Maybe he knew he was getting traded, or he just frustrated with the team. What's your thoughts on that one play?
I definitely think he quit on the play. Now I do
Okay.
I do I think even going like, but here's the thing, I don't think he knew going into it he would be traded. I think everybody knew there was a possibility it was going to happen. And I think if you paid attention to his body language, if you paid attention to Olave's body language, like the players who were on the block, that their names were being the ones whispered about the most, all of them played shitty. Now, will
Mhm.
that change this week? No, it's not going to change this week because the Saints are a shitty team. Like, I say this all the time. People love to, especially fans of the team, they always want to, galvanize themselves and say, well, if you look at the Jets and you look at the Dolphins, we might could win a game. Do you understand that the Jets fans and the Dolphins fans are looking at the Saints the same fucking way?
Mhm.
Like, it's like the Spider-Man meme. You sitting there talking about the Jets and how ass they are. Do you realize you are a Saints fan? Man, relax.
Mhm. Marlon, after that game, is it like without a doubt it'll be just malpractice if we select a quarterback given the situation that we in?
I mean, I can't say that yet because I guess we just got to see the rest of the season. But it's I at this point, like I don't really want to draft a quarterback right now. But I want the number one pick because I want to trade back. I want, I need to find a way to get a second first round pick in 2027 because I want Jeremiah Smith. That's the best, it's probably the best college player I've ever seen. So I want to have a chance at that. And I think trading back, I'm not even counting the Jets or the Browns. Trading back with a team like the Raiders that's desperately been trying to get the number one pick to get a quarterback. If I can just get their future first round pick next year, that's all I need. Because it wouldn't change their fortunes that much from a wins loss perspective. But I just want to find a way to get an extra first round pick next year.
Mm,
So they got a lot of holes. There's holes everywhere on this team, but I just like I said, I just want to find a way to get an extra first round pick next year.
Jeremiah Smith, 6'3", 223. Ain't bad. And he from
Yeah,
Florida. I don't know what it is
that's
about Florida,
fucking
but they produce athletes.
that's
Uh,
Geno Smith cousin. That's Julio Jones like reincarnated. Julio Jones, Andre Johnson reincarnated.
okay. So we could have like a okay. Okay. What's your thoughts, B?
What I'd like to see them do, man, is what Rainey said. I'd like to see them secure the number one pick, although I don't think that they will. I think the Saints will find some kind of way, like they always do, to mess this up. But I think I said this before, man. I want to see them pull a Texans type of move. I want the Saints to have two picks inside the top 10. And I want, because I don't think a quarterback fixes the problem, because it's kind of what Kellen Moore when it found out quickly. You can change the quarterback, doesn't matter. You have no skill position players. You have an offensive line that's decimated. Like you thought you had bookend tackles, and Fuaga has proven that he's injury prone. So is he a good player when he's healthy and he's out there? Sure he is. But you might have something with Banks. You no longer have bookend tackles because you need to shut down Fuaga for the rest of the season. And this is now the second year in a row that he'll be shut down. I don't think he played every game last year either. So
Now
Mm,
he played all the games last year.
he
He
did
did get
not
nicked
play
up
all the
though.
games yet last year.
He did. He did. Let me
Well,
look it up. See.
I think last year he was supposed to be missing one game, but I think he came in and played anyway. And I think people was kind of giving him a little grace because he didn't play his best game, but he was like,
Yeah,
"Oh well,
he started 17 games last year. He played in all of them.
you know."
ain't no way. I remember Fuaga leaving 2 games last year, not playing. Ain't no way he played every game. I mean, fuck, I can't argue with the Google, man. Shit, it is what it is.
He's straight.
uh, let's get into this. Let's get into
Yeah.
this Panthers game, man. As always, what's your prediction as far as the score go? What you think going to happen, and three keys to victory if the Saints going to have to try to win this game. You go first, Marlon.
My prediction, obviously I'm gonna take the Panthers. Um I guess one thing that'll benefit him, maybe. I think he'll play, but like Rico Dotto is a bit nicked up. Um Other than that, I don't got no answers. I guess maybe if they kidnap Derek Brown, I think he gonna whoop whoever they got in the interior. And we won't be able to run the ball, so it's gonna be one dimensional. And I don't know how you generate offense in this situation that they in. So yeah,
JC Horn playing.
yeah. But
Mm.
he don't travel or nothing like that. But yeah, I don't got no answers. Maybe they was still a deep play. I know Bryce Young. I know like the Panthers. I don't think they 5-4, but like I don't think Bryce Young is good at all. He might throw you an interception, or no, he will throw you an interception because at the start of the game he has to throw an interception before the game kicks off, and then he can start playing. So maybe with that interception, if you like return it and score, and then after that,
Tuh.
if you up, that's it. But I got nothing after that.
Yeah, that dude Bryce Young garbage. But man, before the season started, everybody was saying the Saints gonna be in last place. Nobody could believe it, you know. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but it's some people out here who believe that the Saints were gonna be in last place. Me personally, I thought we were gonna be at least better than the Panthers, but it's crazy that the Panthers are 5-4, better looking head coach than us, definitely a better defense than us. Got some star players on their team, and on top of that, they got a running game. So they have things that they can hang their hat on legitimately. And they are over 500 right now, 9 games in. Would you just think about that? Like, that is crazy. 9 games in, we 1-8. And Bryce Young ain't been playing just that good, and he's still finding a way to win. So that's the crazy part about it. What's your thoughts, B? What's your score prediction? What you think is going to unfold? And um give me three keys to victory that the Saints need to do to win this game.
Oh man, win. You stretching it, but all right, I'll try it, man. Let's see. Here's a crazy concept. Try running the ball. I mean, just you have what? You have a new offensive tackle that you're gonna have to start this week. You've got a new left guard you're gonna have to start this week. Maybe I'm crazy. I know Alvin washed. I know he washed. And to be honest, if I'm Mickey Loomis, I'd have called this bluff. He would have had to go sip pina coladas on me. He would have had to
Hmm.
go to an island. He'd have been in Cancun before he knew it, because I'd have traded his ass. I'd have made him back them words up. He'd have to show me he was gonna retire first. That being said, man, like try running the ball, but not with Alvin Kamara. No, put his ass on the bench. Play Devin Neal. Alvin Kamara is no longer in the game on pass protection. He has no burst, no juice. Like Taysom Hill is coming off of his ninth fucking leg injury and still had more burst and more pop than Alvin. Nah, man, get Alvin up out of here. Alvin is happy to be here at this point. He's just collecting a check. That's all he's showing up for. What he call himself? Employee 41? That's exactly how he treating this shit, man. Look, as long as my check clear, I don't give a fuck if we win, lose, or draw. I'm out. It just pay me my money. I'm gonna go up in there for my little 3, 4 plays. I'm gonna pretend I want to run the ball. I'm going back to the bench and I'll sit there for the rest of the game until you call my number. See y'all in the next half. That's exactly how he plays. So try running the ball. Get a ball of Devin Neal. See what happens. Another crazy concept. Try max protection so you can actually give your rookie quarterback some time to throw the ball. I know this is some wild shit I'm asking for, but at least try it. And I guess the third key to victory is the defense should try to do some 3 and outs. Crazy, I
Hmm.
know. Just
Mhm.
try to create a turnover or two. Maybe, just maybe, that'll help. In all essence, what you should do is exactly what I said they should have did last week. Try to go do some pranks and shit like that. Egg the fucking Panthers bus. Go pull a hotel fire alarm at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever they doing. Go drive around their neighborhoods and blow your horns loud with air horns and shit and wake everybody up in the middle of the night. Do whatever you can to cause them to have a bad night's sleep, because they definitely not looking at the film and worried at all.
Hmm.
There's nothing on film that you put on film that's going to make the Carolina Panthers worry. My score prediction: 27-17 Carolina.
Hmm. Man, Alvin Kamara, not even Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara and Cam Jordan remind me of them old guys that been at a warehouse on a forklift for like 30 years. That same warehouse, and just see people come and go, and just don't want to retire for whatever reason. And they just telling people, oh man, don't be going up in the ask for no money, man. Just do your job and keep your head down. Like they remind me of them dudes right there, bro. That dude confuses me, dog, because I know he can try to go contribute on another team and get him a ring, but he just want to sit here and just be on the team for whatever reason. It's crazy to me. Him and Cam Jordan,
There's no
but
expectations, bro. He don't have to
hmm,
do nothing.
hmm,
Alvin Kamara got a $25 million contract extension 2 years ago. So essentially he's making about 13.5 million per year. And he don't even have to do shit.
hmm, hmm.
Yeah, he got a contract that probably nobody in the league would have
I don't
gave
think
to
he
him,
like
just like
football
Cam.
like that. I don't think he really care about football. I don't think them dudes care about a ring. They just getting that money. And when Alvin retire, I think he gonna do something with NASCAR or fashion or some other shit. He gonna just be just doing some random shit. But
Yeah.
I just think he one of them type of dudes. Brian, are you impressed with the Panthers so far?
I am. But
Hmm.
I'm not shocked either. We saw this coming last year with Dave Canales, man. They made the initial move of benching Bryce Harper to wake him up and get his attention. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know I don't know what went on in Carolina to make them feel like they had to wake him up. Maybe it was the entitlement. I'm the first round draft pick overall. I'm the number one dude. It's my team. He was basically given everything. Dave Canales walked up and then was like, "Nah, partner, you got to earn it." So they benched him for a minute. All right, cool. Then when he came back with a whole new attitude, leadership, everything is falling in place, and they still haven't gotten Xavier Leggett going just that either, man. So it's not like Leggett out there balling. They got Tet, man. I mean, they got T Mac Russell, they got him out there, they got Leggett, and they got a running game. I'm not surprised, because if you watch them, you know who they're built like? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Where did Dave Canales come from? Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm like, it's not a surprise. They built like Tampa. and they playing ball like them too. So them being 5-4 should have been, should be like 6-3 right now, man. Carolina been actually playing well. The Saints are the last place team in the division. That 1-8 record is exactly what they've earned. Shit, at this point, we need to be asking who gonna get 3 wins first, the Pelicans or the Saints.
Hmm. We're gonna get to them. We're gonna get to them. What's your thoughts on the Panthers so far? Are you impressed, Rainey?
Yeah, I'll take it from like the new GM that they got before last season. I think he's just a really good GM. He didn't take Bryce, but he's done the best he can with the situation that they were in. Now, taking Leggett, that was probably a miss. They probably should have took like Lab McConkey, but I just think that they've got like good players. They had a good draft this year. They signed good free agents. They signed, they know Bryce is small. They signed like two high priced guards last year, and they got Pro Bowl play out of them. They signed a safety this year, got good play out of them. They signed just a lot of contributing pieces. Like they spent their money wisely that they had in free agency. Now I do think that if Bryce was better, the team would be a lot better situation. Like if Bryce was like Jaden Daniels or Drake May, that team's 7-2. Like so he is the like the guy that's holding them back. So that's the next step for them is to find their actual real quarterback because he ain't it. But I just
Maybe
think
some.
they're a well run team and they got a good running back duo. Like Chuba Hubbard was really good last year. Chuba Hubbard been benched because Rico Dotto been like the best pure runner of the football this year.
Mm.
So they in a good situation, like far as like just to get a team to a base point. They making, try to push for a playoff spot. It's the NFC is like really hard, so they might not get it. But and then they do got like quarterback issues, but for what they can control, because they walked into Bryce, for what they can control, they done a good job.
It'd be some shit if Spencer Rattler go over there and just go over there and cut up, boy. It'll be some shit, boy. I'm gonna be mad, but I'll be happy for him. But yeah, man. It's real crazy how that shit happened, dog. You just on top of the world, and then a few years later, you just the laughing stock of the league, bro. It just crazy how life could do a 360 like that. But
Man, we should have saw this coming.
yeah. Let me go ahead on and get into that other team across the street before I let y'all get up out of here, man. The Pelicans. I ain't gonna lie, B. I was just hoping, bro. I was hoping that you was gonna have you a Nostradamus moment on Twitter, bro. And that clip that I had put up of what you was saying about Willie Green, I was hoping they was gonna lose to the Hornets, and we was gonna get that news, and you were just gonna look like a genius, bro. Like I was just hoping. But I ain't get what I want is at least at the time. So maybe he gonna get fired soon because I really want him gone. But as far as Zion, bro, Zion, he's about to be missing what the next 10 days or the next 10 games? Which one?
10 days.
Okay, he's about to be missing the next 10 days.
I
I
think it's
was
like
talking
four
with
games he gonna miss.
okay, I was talking with my friend about Zion. My friend, he's a very, very big Pelicans fan. Like he know about that team in and out. And I was just talking with him about Zion, and he was like, "Man, he's done." He defended Zion for years. He was like, "He's done." He want to get him traded. He want Willie Green fired. He want Jordan Poole traded. He on the verge of want Trey Murphy. And I was just thinking, I was like, "Damn, well, we're gonna go from Chris Paul to Anthony Davis to Zion, and we ain't got nothing to really show for none of these guys." And I was thinking about Zion, and I was like, "Man, is he a superstar?" And I was like, no. He been in the league for 7 years. He hasn't won no playoff series. I don't even think he even played in a playoff game. And on top of that, is he a real leader? Is he a guy that you could truly count on? Is he a guy that's gonna fight for the ball if 5 possessions don't come his way? And my partner was naming out all these different traits, and I was saying, okay, let me ask you this: are you not a superstar by default if you're not a dog? Like, has it ever been a superstar in the league that don't have that dog in them? You go first and answer that question, Brian.
Man, that's a great question, bro. Uh,
Because I do think that Anthony Davis, now see Anthony Davis, I don't think he's that alpha, that leader that you're gonna be able to count on and say, yeah, this your team, and you need to lead us and guide us to the promised land. And you can't count on him because of injury. But talent wise, I do think he is a superstar. Talent wise, that dude is very, very good and efficient. And I think the same thing about Zion. When he's on the floor, he is productive, but they don't got that dog. So are they not a superstar by default?
By default, yes. By
Okay.
practicality, no. Because now that you're saying that, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to like mental Rolodex, and I'm going through all of the names that were like names, and I'm like, no, because all of them had that dog in them. All of them had like, they were like, nah, you might get it, you might get your 30. But you're gonna have to work for it today, Potter. You're gonna catch a couple of elbows, you catching a couple of knots to your ribs or something like that. Like you're gonna get your 30, but you're gonna get beat up for it. And on top of that, when it comes to the other end, I'm attacking all day long. So be ready for it. Like, they got the little funny little, Jordan thing or whatever like that. Like you walk into the opposing locker room, tap homeboy on the thing and tell him, man, make sure you lace him up tight because it's gonna be a long night for you. Like you don't have cats that have that mentality right now and call themselves a super. Like you can't say you couldn't see AD doing some shit like that. You can't see Zion doing some shit like that. So are they superstars by default? Yes, because of name recognition alone. Are they superstars by practicality, going out there and proving it? Absolutely not. I
Mm,
don't see it. I don't see it at all, man. I mean, for me, bro, I'm kind of with your partner. I think everybody can go, and that includes the head coach.
yeah.
I don't like the way the team is constructed. I think they have too many repetitive pieces. I when it comes to the Pelicans, man, and Zion, period, I just think, man, that it hasn't worked. It didn't work with Brandon Ingram. It didn't work with Zion, and it is shameful that you got to sit back and say they had Chris Paul, they had Baron Davis, they had Anthony Davis. You got Zion Williamson. You have nothing to show for none of these dudes because the Anthony Davis trade, you pretty much didn't blew that. And if you trade her or trade that, that's it. Like you have nothing to show for it. Jackson is gone. What's the cat, man? Nikhil Alexander Walker is gone, man. Like these are cats that you use. Austin Rivers gone. Like these are all the cats that you use. To try to help with the AD thing. None of that worked. So to me, man, I just think the Pelicans are poorly constructed. They have a horrible head coach, and they have the same problem that the Saints are having. If I asked you, what is the culture and the identity of the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans, what would you tell me it is?
Don't know, have no identity.
Being bad.
What so tell me what's the cultural and identity of the city of New Orleans?
Oh, sure. We fun, we party, we petty, like stuff like that. But I mean, we resilient. None of these things translate with those teams, though.
And another thing we are is the reason why celebrities could come to New Orleans and live their life abundantly and not have to worry about nothing because of two reasons. Number one, in New Orleans, we think we the damn celebrities.
Right.
And number two, New Orleans has a reputation of being like the city that, that we want to party, we want to chill, but don't get it twisted. We'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
And that's not who the Pelicans are. That's not who the Saints are. But I know every time you hear people in the media, whatever like that, mention New Orleans doesn't have not the Pelicans don't have a culture. The Pelicans don't have an identity. The Saints don't have a culture. The Saints don't have an identity. Yes, they do. They do. But they took on the culture and the identity of their head coach in both instances. Kellen Moore gives me, oh shucks, I'm just happy to be here, guys. What got his fucking teeth sticking halfway out of his fucking mouth like a cash register? Like that's but if you pay attention to him, nerdy, geeky, maybe the analytics. But the one question you asked going into it, Maul, and I remember it clearly, the one question mark you had about Kellen Moore, do you remember what question that was? Because I never forget it.
I was just worried about his personality, bro. His masculinity. Like those were those things that I always just was worried about.
The one thing you consistently said going in, I wonder if he's a leader
Leader
of
of
men.
men.
I
Yeah.
never forgot it. Never forgot it. Because it was such a profound comment when everybody else was trying to talk about X's and O's. Nobody questioned whether or not Kellen was a leader. And what we're finding out now is the team has his personality. All shucks, goofball, nerdy type. Like this motherfucker look like he need to be working at Best Buy in the Geek Squad, not coaching my team.
Sure.
And you know what Willie Green give me? Happy to be here. Pastor, hallelujah, all this other stuff. Willie Green remind me of one of them people that man that'll tell you, I know you're in a tough situation right now, but just pray on it, bro. I know to pray on it. You ain't gotta tell me that. I know this already. Brandon Ingram asked that man point blank period, Coach, can you help me? Because Lou Dog got me in handcuffs. And Willie Green told that nigga, man, I don't know what to do, bro. Figure it out yourself.
Mhm.
That's not a leader of men. That's not a head coach. And if you pay attention, that's the identity of the Pelicans. All shucks, happy to be here. We're just gonna go out there, have some fun. We're gonna lose by 30. Fuck it, we ain't gonna care because we still got paid. See you tomorrow. Same thing with the Saints. That's they do have identity. They do have culture. It's just fucked up because they act just like their head coaches do.
Mhm.
That's my thing on the Pelicans, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. I took so much time, bro. I had to get that out.
Man, you was spitting, bro. Everything you said was pretty much spot on. Um, but yeah, Rainy, what you think? Can you be a superstar and not have that dog
Um,
in you?
yeah, because Anthony Davis was one, but he's not a superstar anymore. But he was one. But like, I don't think it's a lot of superstars in the NBA. Like Zion has never been a superstar in the NBA. Like if we go through like my rankings of superstars in the league, like I'm just looking at players. Giannis is a superstar.
Dog,
Uh, I can't include Embiid because he's his body. I can't trust it. But uh, Jason Tatum's a superstar.
dog,
SGA, Wemby, Luca,
dog, dog.
Curry,
All them dudes gonna
LeBron is
ask for the
still
ball.
like
All them dudes gonna ask for the
Minnesota
ball. I think
or
Zion
eight.
ain't
I
gonna be
mean,
passive.
like he Zion never hit superstar level, so I can't even
But it's
go
been
there with him.
7 years. That's the thing. It's been 7 years. How long? How much long we could wait?
Oh,
Now,
it's not happening here. So I don't know why
now,
people still have the thought
now,
process of it happening because it's just it won't happen here.
now. I will say this, Rainy. I will say this. My partner was saying the only good thing he could say about the Pelicans, he really believe in that boy Jeremiah Fears. Like he's Jeremiah Fields probably between the Saints and the Pelicans. He's the only guy between both teams that could put asses in seats. He said he want that boy to get the keys to the car right now. Even when DeJounte Murray come back, he want Murray to sit on the bench, and he'll be even willing to trade him. He said all that boy need is a spot up shooter and somebody he can lob to. Other than that, he's ready. He was giving Jama Rat fits uh when he's in the game compared to going out the game, like our what you call it, we more efficient with him in the game, our numbers wise. So he feel like, man, that dude got the superstar traits. He's damn near another Kyrie. So at least we got that to be looking forward to. What's your thoughts on Fear so far, Brian?
I love Fizz, bro. I think like his first of all, his jersey should be going platinum in New Orleans right now because that zero Fizz jersey just gonna hit different, especially when they do the city versions and the skeleton jerseys, man. Like I love the fact that he attacks rookie, not afraid. Like sometimes, man, I feel like the Pelicans afraid. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't see zero. I see zero Fizz with him. He's attacking. He's downhill. I agree. He needs to not. Don't get me wrong. In order for him to be a true NBA threat, he gotta develop a three. Like he is gotta be there.
Well, he got
I guess
better
he
with
just
it. He got better with it. Like those first 12 shots he shot, I think he was broke, but then over time I heard he did get better with it. But other than that, he got the assist, he got the
yeah.
three, he got the handles for sure. Like he putting
That's why
boys on
the
skates.
three has to be there because he
Yeah.
can break people down off the dribble and get to the rack anytime he wants to. So you got to be able to hit the three to make him respect it. He remind me of like a cleaner version of Ja Morant, bro. Now he's not athletically gifted like Ja, man, but he remind me like his ability to get from point A to point B with the speed. Like bro can get it, man. So he kind of remind me of Ja with that attacking downhill style, man. Ja just a freak athlete. And right now, man, Ja don't look too happy in Memphis. You know what would be a nice little trade off, man? Just swap Ja and Zion. Both they 1 and 2 number picks, man. Like get them out there, man. Like just swap them and see what happens. Because truthfully, the Pelicans should have picked Ja and not Zion. But I mean, I guess it's revisionist history at this point.
Hmm.
I would have taken Ja. I'ma always take a small dude with athleticism like that before I take a big dude, man. Because once a big dude start having injury problems, it don't go away. Too big.
What about you, Marlon? What's your thoughts on Fear so far in the league, and Willie Green not playing
Uh,
him as much, but
I think Fairs is gonna be good. I think that they need to lean into him, his development, and Queen. They need to just trade
Might have to
Zion as
get his
soon as
mic back.
possible.
yeah,
Um, you don't hear me?
I am.
There you go.
Oh, you hear me?
You can hear Marlon, huh, B?
Nah, man, he muffled on my end.
Oh, I can hear him clear.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead on and go. But I think that you gotta trade Zion as soon as possible and just link like the trade that you made. You just you made that trade. It was a bad trade, but you worry about Fears and Queen development. You got to trade Zion. You might have to trade eventually because of that trade. You might have to trade either Trey or Herb. So it's that at this point, but at this point, you just got to worry about the At this point, you just got to worry about the development of the players.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's looking like Murray he gonna be coming back. I heard he doing 360 dunks and stuff. So besides just talking about his personal life with young boy baby mama, it's looking like he is still making progress through his rehab. So we'll be seeing him soon. I'm guessing. Any last thoughts y'all want to give before I let y'all go? You could go first, B.
My thoughts real simple, man. Fuck Mickey Loomis. Fuck Willie Green. And at some point, Kellen Moore got to like I haven't given up on Kellen Moore yet. But at some point, he gonna have to show me more than what he didn't show me, man. Like you can't just be the offensive coordinator. At some point, you got to become the head coach. And the thing that bothers me the most is the area of expertise is very Dennis Allen like. His area of expertise is the place right now where they're suffering the most. So something has to change, and it has to change ASAP because as of right now, my belief in his ability to be the head coach is waning very, quickly. I want to see what it looks like when he has talent, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I'm not, I'm not as confident as I was in his abilities as a coordinator as I am as him as a head coach.
I feel like we hired Pete Carmichael as the head coach. Just what it feel like with Kellen Moore.
You know what? That's a great comparison because he got a lot of Pete Carmichael in the way he talk. If you ever hear Pete Carmichael talk, you'll understand exactly what I mean.
Yeah, the nerdy guy, the stat man, the guy who's cooking up, but he can't be on the sideline leading man. He might, dog. What that dude name is? I always forget his name, dog. I think his name Adam. Yeah, Adam from the Saints block party. He went to that game. He said that dude don't have no communication with other coaches, other players. All he doing is in his stat sheet. He might as well be up there coaching in the booth.
Yeah, if that's how don't get me wrong. Adam was there, like he was at the game. He lives out there in California, man. So he was at the game. He had a chance to see it with his own eyes. So it ain't like he getting that from film review. He watched it. And if that's who you are, then how do you expect your young quarterbacks to be able to come to you? Like if I'm Tyler Shuck, if I'm Spencer Rattler, I'm not trying to go talk to no damn Scott Tolzien, man. When I come off the field after I had a bad series, I need to talk to the head coach. You supposed to be the dude to dial this up. I ain't trying to talk to no Scott Tolzien, man. No Nussmeyer. Nussmeyer can't even coach his own fucking son right now out of a wet bag, man. Like
Mhm.
no, bro, this shit wild.
And I remember Harbaugh just pumping up what that dude name was that beat us in that playoff game, man, from the 49ers.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. I remember him pumping up Alex Smith, man. I'm like, oh man, that dude pumping this dude up, dog. Like, you'll never get nothing like that from what his name is, Kellen Moore. You'll never get nothing like that. And if you not gonna get that masculinity, everybody ain't gotta be a Dan Campbell and be rah-rah. But if you not gonna get that, you better at least be stern, hold players accountable, and be respected. And you better be a genius with that call sheet.
I'm
If
telling
not,
y'all.
we have nothing to hang our head on. We got nothing that you can hang your head on and say, well, he do this good out these 9 games.
I'm telling y'all not. That was not no fucking training camp that Kellen Moore held. That was summer camp. That
Tough.
shit was easy as fuck. He ain't want to do no real work. Didn't even
Hmm.
want to get up early. Like you got Sunday games. This dude talking about he not a morning person. He ain't want to wake up early. They was out there practicing it like that, damn the evening activity. The fuck you doing? 90-minute
Hmm.
sessions, no one-on-ones, none of that. Oh, and when they did that scrimmage against the Rams, that's why the Rams were able to beat their ass so bad. When they did that scrimmage against the Rams, when they did that joint practice or whatever the hell they had, that's all Kelly Moore wanted to do was like joint practice and schedule shit like that. That's it. Because he did that every day in practice. It was
Hmm.
him versus Brandon Staley. You're not getting better. That's not still sharper than still right now.
I knew something was funny when we hired a coach that hired another coach he used to work for. That's when I found that when I knew something was funny. But and now I ain't gonna lie, what it's called? What it's called when you look back at stuff, but you already got you already seeing what it
Hindsight
is.
being 2020.
Hindsight being 2020. No, I can only imagine what this team would have looked like if we'd have just hired Darren Rizzi. What this team would have looked like, we'd have hired Clint Kubiak. What this team
You
would have
know
looked
what?
like, we'd have
Hold
went
up.
hired Joe
Let me
Brady.
look, hold up. Let me get on your ass real quick. You gonna stop trolling people, bro? Cause the shit you been saying on Twitter lately got people DMing me saying, "Say, bro, what's up with your boy? What's up with your partner? That's your boy right there, man."
Now people DMing you for that?
Man, I said, man, that man bullshitting, bro. Relax, man.
No.
It was
If
like, what's
people
up
been
with your
following
boy?
me for the last 2 years, though, you should know nobody hate Dennis Allen more than me. If you really believe that, I got some beachfront property to sell you. I was just trolling, doing some rage bait just to stir the pot,
Boy, I
and it'd be
saw that
crazy
shit
how
and I was in tears
people
laughing.
just eating it up.
I was in tears laughing at that shit,
And
man.
it's
I
funny
said,
because
nah.
I put a Dennis Allen tag, and Dennis Allen actually got a real tag, but it's not him, but it's just somebody made a profile, but I guess he ain't really had no followers or nothing. But I just said, oh, people gonna think this Dennis Allen profile or whatever, and people sure did. I think we lost Randy, but we'll get back to him. But what I was about to say, yeah, man, I was just trolling, having fun real quick.
Oh,
I got
I knew what it was hitting for, man. But I had a couple of DMs come in and ask me, man, what's up with that? I'm like, man, that man bullshit. Leave him alone. Fuck, let him have his fun. Fuck, this is a fucked up season. Let that man have his fun.
yeah, bro. But I can only look in hindsight 2020 and just be wondering, damn, bro, what would have happened if we took these coaches? I'd be thinking about Joe Brady. I'd be thinking about that Miami Dolphins head coach.
But that's Anthony
Oh man,
Weaver, I think. And
yeah.
Anthony Weaver, I would say this. I think he would have been more Dan Campbell like, but I think the results would have been the same. I think Joe Brady was never taking his job ever.
Hmm.
Who's the other name you mentioned? Darren Rizzi would have took the job, but I think the results would have been very similar. Darren Rizzi wasn't a good coach. Let's make no mistake about it. He wasn't a good coach. Like the team
Hmm.
rallied around him because he was just not Dennis Allen. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
think the one name that I think would be a legitimate question is if you ask what would Mike McCarthy have done with the same squad? I think that would have been a better question to ask because I think Mike McCarthy would have actually had them with a better record. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it would have been bad for the Saints long term if they would have hired Mike McCarthy because you would have been winning games with this squad when they don't need to be winning games right now. The Saints need to embrace this rebuild, and that's
Hmm.
what they're being forced to do. So yeah, man, I think man Mike McCarthy would have had this team in a much better position than Kellen Moore did. There's a reason why so many coaches passed on the Saints opportunity. They knew what this was going to be. The difference is with Kellen playing with house money, he just I don't know if I don't think he understands the cards that he's been dealt. I just know he playing with house money,
Hmm.
and that's what scares me.
All right, man. Like I said, I think we lost Randy. He probably lost connection. He was kind of cutting in and out. I guess we'll just see him on the next one. But appreciate you for coming on the show, B. If you want to go ahead on and let people know where they can find you at on Twitter.
Find me at Battle Rap Bets. Always all one word: BATTLERAPBETS. I mean, all
Hmm.
one word battle rap bets. If not, just type in the search bar M.O.N.E.Y, and I'll pop up either way. You can come and get at me, ask me my analysis on stuff, man. I don't do the Saints Twitter Spaces anymore. That's for now. Bayou Bun and for Peyton to handle, man. I try to lay back off that. Really and truly, I'm weaning myself off of sports content. Period, man. So I got something big that I'm working on though, and it's outside of the sports realm. But other than that, it's about it, fam. It's one day at a time until the money stacks up and I'm a millionaire.
Hmm. All right, man. Good luck to you, fam. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, bro. You you really like one of the most popular Saints fans. Like that, that's just crazy to think about. And on top of that, bro, I be getting inspired by you and stuff because the way you speak, you so articulated with your words and stuff, and you could just you just know how to put that shit together like right on the spot. So, you know, I'm definitely been following you for a little while when it comes to this Saints type of talk. So always a pleasure to have you on the show, man. Just wanted to let you know, appreciate you for coming on because you ain't got to just be coming on this show during work or at home with your kids and stuff, but you still come through and apparently a lot of people like your content. All people always in the comments saying, yeah, man, be spitting, or when I be going live, they be saying, yeah, man, be spitting. So I just wanted to go ahead on and give you your flowers, man.
Appreciate that, brother. And when I say this, man, I say this sincerely, bro. I wouldn't do it for anybody else but you, man. You a real dude, bro, and I truly
You can
appreciate
say
the fact.
real nigga, bro. There's no cap, no filter. This ain't no family
Yeah,
show.
yeah, man. You one of the realest niggas, bro, and I fuck with you for real, dog. That's why anytime you send out the word, man, I'm like, if I'm free and I'm available, I got you, fam. No questions asked.
All right, fam. We could run it again sometime that week. After the Panthers game, bro. Until then, bro, take care.
That's what's up, fam. Salute.
All right.